Hey guys, what is up? MegaNerd Squad here, and today we are reviewing Ad Astra. Ad Astra stars Brad Pitt, and this movie is basically about this astronaut. He's the son of a famous astronaut, and the government sends him on a mission to go try to contact his dad because he's been missing for the last years. So he tries to contact him, and they go through the exploration of him getting to Mars to contact his dad, and it's wondering if he contacts his dad or not and what happens.
This is it's a really good. I really enjoyed this movie. It's slower burning, but it's made really well. Tommy Lee Jones is his father, a renowned astronaut.
This was shown as great cinematography, as well as he's kind of like the yin of space, as well as like semi-crystal sounds, kind of set the mood of everything.
Everything you just said was amazing. The Earth shots were amazing. When he was on the moon, they were riding moon rovers, and there were some action scenes on the moon rovers as well.
Yeah.
And that was actually really cool to see. And they just shot everything in space really well. It's not like where some space movies, they actually have sounds in space, because there's actually not really any sound in space, realistically. And they kind of played with that in this movie a lot. Like, there isn't too many big music bum 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 spots. There's more like tone music as well.
Yeah, it helped keep to the realism of the emptiness of space. Sets in the near future, so that's one aspect I thought was really cool. They end up going to the moon. He's on his mission to Mars. They end up going to this space station, which is like a future airport for space shuttles and stuff. They got an Applebee's, they got a Subway on the moon and stuff, but it's not done in like a cheesy way. When I saw Applebee's, I laughed, and I was like, they got an Applebee's on the moon? But overall, it was still really good. They had space pirates that were like trying to get them when they were on their way to the shuttle. Fun movie, not over the line, really. The acting, I think, was one of the best performances by Brad Pitt. That was one element that was probably the strongest throughout the movie. You can tell he was truly devoted to his career as an astronaut, and you see the struggle from him trying to be less cyborg throughout the movie. At the beginning, he's like a machine, he's devoted, and his wife walks out because he says that what matters to him most basically is, him being an astronaut. So she leaves. Best part about it is his acting, because the progression, his father, it gets to him. He's been trying to reach out to his father, and he left when he was 16. So he missed out on a lot of things, but he still remembers. It was just one of the best parts of this movie, was the connection between Tommy Lee Jones and Brad Pitt once they met at the end of the movie. He actually finds him, and he is still alive out there on Neptune, I think it was.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot of action, but there's some action, and you can tell from the very first 5 to 10 minutes of the movie, because there's an electrical explosion that causes the astronauts to fall off, and Brad Pitt's one of them that falls off, and he has to get his parachute open, and they have to get him. And there's some space pirates. There's a little mini scene where he's on his way to Mars, and they stop the ship for a Mayday stress call, and they go check it out.
It was like a experimental baboon, I think it was.
And he started attacking people and actually killed the captain. So they had to deal with that, and he had to kill it. That was one of the more action-y scenes. It was a little more intense. So I thought that was cool.
I felt like that could have been a deleted scene, but I also understand how it took the captain out of the equation to intensify the situation even more. Yeah. And it gave him an opportunity to be the hero in the moment where the weaker captain, the co-pilot captain, was about to crash the ship in the end, and he was too nervous to put it in manual. So he overrides it, puts it in manual, saves the day, lands the ship. So I get where it led up to that point. Overall, I liked everything about this movie pretty much. It's almost started to lose me towards the end a little bit when Tommy Lee Jones, spoilers obviously here, he just says how he didn't care that he left him when he was a kid. He didn't care that he left his mother. All he cared about was, being the next best astronaut.
Yeah. Which
he was. But being out there, they started doing mutiny on him, being too far away from home. He started killing all of them until he killed them all. And he was out there by himself, lunatic crazy, out at Neptune by himself, which is where he remained in the end. He tried to save him, but
He just wanted to die with the stars.
Just went floating off into space, which I think was a good poetic ending for him. There wasn't going to be anything for him to go back to on Earth.
Yeah, and you can see start seeing throughout the movie the psychological ways that space and being alone in space and the darkness of space messes psychologically with your mind and physically as well. Because he was starting to lose a little bit on his way to Neptune because he was by himself. He had to stick himself with a food tube, and there's so many ways being alone can mess with your psyche, and it showed throughout the movie on his way to find his father. And he finally sticks with an idea to get back to Earth, and he does. And one of the good things about it is when he got to Earth, someone found him and like offered their hand. He doesn't know if he's gonna get captured or not because he actually killed some people because he was trying to help them out, but they refused.
He unintentionally killed some people, yeah. And so he was worried on his way back, his month's trip back to Earth when he landed. You know, it was a cool sign when the door opened. They extended their hand out, and the shot they got of Brad Pitt's expression was like weight off his shoulders. They recognized him as a hero. Obviously, it was just a great ending for the movie. All in all, I'd probably give this movie a solid 9 out of 10. I really liked this one. I would recommend you guys go see it. Definitely for mature audiences.
Brad Pitt is amazing in this movie, and the shots were great in this movie. The story is really good, and I actually really enjoyed it as well. I enjoyed it throughout the whole movie. There was really no stale points. It was slow burning, but it was super good, even though it was slow burning. Yeah. I'm gonna give this one an 8.5 out of 10. This is an amazing movie. As Austin said, go check it out. You'll love it.
Yeah, I get an 8.5 too as well.
Yeah, this movie is a great movie. It's not really for kids. It's more for mature audiences. I don't think younger audiences will get the movie. They won't understand it as much. So definitely must watch. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy it, leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you know when we upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. MegaNerd Squad
out!